Okay, so the email address will be so the email address for you guys to send the information to will be communication@aabrn.org. And me and Jane has access to this, so we can both check it. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, just put down the name, this is the name. That would be good. Yeah, so we can send this, yeah, so we will send this after the class is done. But for now, the note taking and generating these content, you will do it on your side. And once that's done, make sure you save it and then send it to us. Is there anyone here who's trying to sell products online, who needs an e-commerce platform? Okay, so it looks like we do have Talaya, yep. So this is good. Yeah, we'll work you through the e-commerce setup. I think we'll be doing that next week or two. I don't know, the WordPress development cohort. And with the e-commerce, you know, the WooCommerce platform on WordPress is pretty good too. I know there are plugins that you can integrate to other platforms such as Google Shopping, Amazon, eBay. Some people, if you sell a lot of products, you'll probably need like a data feed where you can feed the data from your store to the different shopping platforms and integrate them together. I know Shopify has a really good functionality for that. So even if you try a WordPress, if you feel that's not good enough for you, then definitely try Shopify, which will have all those functionality as well. All right. So just to make sure that we have enough time, if you haven't finished the purpose and objectives for your website, you can always finish that offline. But for now, just take some notes, write things down, and we'll continue to move on. So we talked about the benefits of having a website. I just kept this slide here, but this is something you can look at later again. So a lot of time it's, to get traffic, credibility, to build your brand, to grow your brand, your company, customer support, advertising. So these are all like benefits for your website, of having a website. So now that we're here for the website structure, we'll need to figure out a game plan for your website too. So what I will need you to do is to write down all the services that you have, all the different product categories that you have that you plan to sell. Also, most website will have like an about us and contact us page. So that's like something that will be needed on for your top menu of your website. So if anyone has any question with the website structure, I can give you an example. This is just more like a flow chart of your website architecture. So you'll have a home page, and then your menu tabs will have either about us, services, contact us page, um, or product page. So on your Word doc or Notepad, just write down the different services or products categories that you sell. And then if you do sell products, how many products do you plan to sell? How many types of services do you provide? And also, how many social media channels that you manage. So we want to integrate your social media into the website too. So if you could write that down as well. Again, the website structure is how the information is organized and interconnected on a website. An effective site structure improves usability and user experience, which makes it web structuring an important step in the web design process. So having a good structure helps the flow of your website. It doesn't confuse people, so they don't have to jump around too much. A lot of times, if people have to navigate too many web pages, they might just drop off, right? They might just leave your website, and they can get frustrated not finding the right information. Yes, this flow chart will be the presentation we will post after our session here, and it will be posted on a website. So you can download the presentation and also look at the video. I can pull up the web page again if you guys haven't gone to it. So our organization website here, if you go to services, web development cohort, and all the information will be on this page. All the past workshop videos, you can play it. It's on YouTube. You can also download the presentation. Mhm.
And really want to come and get support on the, because there's some fine thing on that website and you know, the e-commerce. But I'm like, this, the way that this is designed, that's going to be utilized as a resource for the launching.
Okay. Well,
So no products will be used, all services.
yeah. All right, so how's everyone doing with the website structure here? Any questions in terms of how you should structure your website? Feel free to let us know. And again, just to kind of reiterate, for those who already have a website and would like and doesn't need a new website, we'll use that time to make updates on your current website. Yeah, so Michael, can I share a sample? So a sample of a website structure. So this is the website structure. So let me just open up, like, for example, if I go to AABRN website.
Hey, John, just letting you know you're sharing the slide show if you're thinking of showing up the website.
Okay, I'll just actually, yeah, I need to share my screen. Thanks for letting me know, James. So earlier I mentioned you guys can look at the website video on a website here. So under services, you go to web development cohort. Let me just minimize this. And this is the page where we have all the past recordings and presentation posted. So it's recorded on YouTube and there's a link to download presentation. So once we're done with the session, we will work on posting the third workshop here. And back to the question in terms of example of a website structure. So this website structure here, we have the homepage, then we have the sales development project, the services. So on the services, we have library, career, navigate resources. We have the web development registration, the web development cohort, AI digital marketing cohort. So under services, these are all the different subcategories. So think of the main menu here as your top tier category, right? Your main categories. Business category here is you can add a business to the website directory here. Then we have news and events. So I forgot to mention that most website you may want to have some type of blog, right? Blog or news section where people can check out the latest news on your business. And then you can have an about us. So on the news and event, you have the e-magazine, you have the news. Under about us, you have, we have a mission, a vision, and contact us. But this structure here needs to be worked out a little bit because we added the sales project. I think that takes up too much space, but so does that make sense, Mike, out in terms of website structure? So you want to make sure that you have the categories and the subcategories on your website, the flow of the structure so that it's easy to navigate. If people go under each category, they can easily relate to each subcategories.
Can you build one piece or one tab at a time? Or do you prefer or do you recommend that you have all your tabs and all your information's plugged in and then publicize it?
I recommend, well, if it's not done and the information's not there, then yeah, you don't have to publicize. You don't have to make it public, but you want to just have that structure, your website plan, so that later on you can build out these pages, right? But yeah,
Right.
if you don't have any information for, like, for example, services yet, then you may want to leave that out because then people's going to go to the website and to the web page and have no content for that web page. So yes, to answer that question, you only want to make public of when you have the right content for that particular web page.
For the product or service that you are currently able to deliver, right?
Correct. And if you have that
Okay.
content available for it. So if you're not
Okay.
ready to offer some type of services, then I would, work on that first before making it public. So here's another example of my website, Digital Synergy. I have webinars. Under the webinars, I have the website development, AI digital marketing, which is same thing as what we have on the ABRN, just that I posted on 2 different websites. Under About Us, I have SEO locations, news blog, case studies, testimonials, and reviews. Under digital marketing services, then I have all these different services like SEO, pay-per-click, e-commerce stuff. And then web design and development, that's a whole different tab. And then I have a contact us page. So just something where people can navigate and have it easy for them to go through on your website.
And as you grow, you could continue to add content on there, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you decide to add more like a different services, then you can, create a new page and add a new sub menu or subcategory.
Okay.
So just back to the slide. So yeah, with the structure here, it just allows you to kind of look at it and allow you to kind of understand how you want to structure your website.
Are there some things
So
that are there some things that you should avoid in terms of like fonts and color contrast and picture backgrounds and things like that?
yeah, so it really all depends. If your font colors or if you have a really dark website, then it may project some negative energy, right? Or it may not have it may not be positive energy. Like you have to know different colors that will attract people in terms of money purchase and stuff like that, right? So the color of your website matters. The way you have your background photos does matter too, because it affects the way your website load. So if you have videos and a lot of photos, then your website may load slower. And you definitely want to have too much content to confuse people as well. So if you have a lot of different photos and content where the homepage you may have to scroll down to get all the content, that may be too much information and too overwhelming for someone to go through your website where they have to scroll through your website too long, right? And that may drive them away too. So think of a website as a landing page where they can get all the information that they need and also be able to contact you through the forms or phone number on your webpage. The color structures, again, it really depends on type of color you want and what you're trying to do to capture the user. And that's
And
something where you can probably go ahead, Michael.
on your other page, the Asian media page, I noticed that you have maybe 1 or 2 pages when you're scrolling up and down. That one right there, I noticed that you have that page and then you scroll to the second page where the other old videos are clipped on there. Generally speaking, how many pages should a content or a web page have? How much is too much information?
I'd say if they have to scroll down like this, the way I have it structured here, it's okay, but there's other websites where you would have to scroll down like a couple pages down, right? Because this is, if you look at this on the full page, it's probably consists of like 4 to 5 pages with based on the screen size. So if I look at the screen size here, let's say this is 1 page, right? So you scroll down, I'd say no more than 5, because then once you get too much information, then sometimes you can lose your user as well. So
And then in
and
terms
usually,
of, go ahead.
I was gonna say a lot of times, like products, if you're selling products, right? They have page pagination, right? Where you have to click next so that they don't have to scroll all the way down. Because if your page is too long, it's gonna take a long time for the website to load all your content on one page. So that's why product page, if you're shopping, they have, click next to view the next 40 products, 50 products. The way the reason why they do that is so that it can have better load time, faster load time for the website as well.
Thank you. That's good to know. And then in terms of in terms of the 5 pages, right? Is there in particular order, such as the first page to contain, information about your organization or business or product or services, the next page to contain, what type of content, the third page should contain what type of content is that? I know that's important too, but do you have a guide in terms of the importance?
Yeah, so the homepage you want to have kind of like all the information into the homepage, right? Where they can just click on one link. So the homepage, you might have like a section that talks about your services. And then if they want to learn more about the different services, they can click on that and be able to look at the more services that you provide. So the homepage is really like a landing page that provides an overall summary of what your website is about, right? Where they can access all the links on the homepage as well.
Okay, thank you. That helps a lot.
And then the other pages, same thing. You want to make sure that you have relevant information. A lot of times, on different pages, they may have reference to different pages of your website too, where they can kind of click on the different links to go to different services and categories on your web page too. So it really depends on what your objective is and your intention is. For example, if you're selling products, there's always like cross-selling, right? Where you may see products that are relevant to what the user is buying, and there's other suggestions to buy other products, which isn't part of the same category, but it's related to that particular product. It's kind of like when you shop on Amazon, buy something, and then they have other suggestions that, hey, these are usually bought all together. You buy a printer, they offer you ink cartridges, they offer you paper that you can buy. So those are cross-selling. So that's where I could see where it could fit to have different information on the website. Jane posted a color contrast checker on the chat, so thanks, Jane. That would be good to reference as well. Till I get back to your question, can I do this on GoDaddy or am I supposed to be on Shopify? Can you clarify that, Talia? So if we create you a website, we will host it on our server here. We will also buy the domain name for you as well. Unless you request that you want to have your own domain name. So if we were to buy a domain name, then at the end of the year, we will have to transfer it over to you. So if you have a GoDaddy account, then we'll work with you on that transfer process to engage and transfer that domain name over to you and your website over to you. At any time, you can download your website. You can change the hosting if you like as well. So you own the website and domain name. If you have a register already, like a GoDaddy account, and you want to just keep your domain name, that's fine. We can just connect your domain name to our host server and host your website for you. But you just have to tell, I know you mentioned you're working on an e-commerce, so you have to decide if you want to use WordPress or if you want to use Shopify. And again, that depends on how many products you have, because WordPress can host e-commerce as well, but the platform is not as strong as Shopify. If you want to do like a full e-commerce, then I recommend Shopify, but we won't be able to cover the hosting because Shopify is self-managed through their own company, which I recommend that too, because then when they self-manage, they have their own security, their own payment processing all set up there. to make it easy for you. So if you do decide to use Shopify, we'll work with you to set that up as well.
Am I supposed to be on the AABRN website? Am I supposed to be doing something on there? I'm supposed to click a folder and choose web development. Like, what am I supposed to be doing now? Am I supposed to be doing something right now?
So right now, yeah, we're just talking about website structure.
Okay,
I was
okay,
showing
okay.
how the website structure works. Yeah, I was just kind of going through the main menu on the different websites. So I was just using AEBRN as an example, and my
Oh,
website
okay.
as yeah.
Okay.
So website structure. If everyone is good with that, we'll move on. If you haven't finished, have some type of notes, and once you email it to us, we will review it and we'll work with you one-on-one offline. So let's go back to the slide here. Is there a fee to host the site once it's done? We can provide, we can continue to host the website for you as well. I believe the cost is like $5 a month, so it's pretty affordable. All right, so once we're done with the website structure, then this is where we will have you check to see if you have a domain name. If you don't already have one, then I'm gonna have you go to GoDaddy.com and check to see if your domain name is available for purchase. If it is, then write that down on your notepad. If you already have a domain name, write that down as well, and just let us know that you already have that domain name, because once you provide us with that domain name, we will purchase that domain name for you. So if let's say, so let's go to GoDaddy, right? And there's many other domain name register, but I'm just using GoDaddy, for example, since it's easier. And since I'm an account, this is where I will purchase the domain name for, because I have an agency domain name purchase through GoDaddy. So let's just say if you want to search for a domain, if I do Digital Synergy, right, I'm just gonna use like my own domain name here. So I want you guys to open up GoDaddy. If you don't already have a domain name, type in the name of your company and see if it's available. So if I type in digitalsynergy.com, it says that domain name is already taken. So I can't use this domain name. I'm gonna have to find something else. You can use a .com, you can use .net, .ai. Or you can change the name as well. So again, a lot of times I mentioned it's good to have a keyword in your domain name because it helps build SEO around it. When you type in your name and you have that keyword in the content, it helps with SEO. And it also helps a lot of time make it easier for the user to remember.
Can you repeat that again?
The domain name.
Uh-huh.
So the domain name, I recommend having a keyword, right? So if you're, for example, if you're a law firm, you might want to have that word law firm in it, or lawyer or attorney as part of the domain name,
Okay.
because it helps with SEO, but you don't necessarily need it. You'll just have to do more work when it comes to building your brand. That's all. Can the domain name be the same as my business name? Yes. Like my business name is Digital Synergy LLC. So I just put it down on my website. It's just digitalsynergy.ai.
For the .com, what does it mean and what can we use as business owners or entrepreneurs? And what we cannot?
So a .com is the most popular domain name extension. So for example, if you're doing like my website, I focus on AI, so I had digitalsynergy.ai. If your website is a nonprofit, then you probably want like .org, right? If your website is like an information website, you might want to use info. So the extension doesn't matter, it just helps users. Believe if you're not sure, ask in the chat in terms of what type of extension you should use. But the .com is the most popular because if someone tells you that, hey, go to my website, someone's going to type in .com first because that's the most popular domain name extension. Daniel asked, when do you need the domain name? I'd say after today, if you're not sure what your domain name is yet, try to get that done by this week so we can get the website started for you and set up the hosting and get you the domain name. So sometimes it could take longer because I spent hours just kind of looking for a good domain name a couple of times before too. A lot of times people like to buy domain names and just sell it. So something that's common, people like to buy these domain names just so that they can sell it for money, right? So a lot of popular keywords or domain names, people like to buy domain names just for that, just so they can make money off it.
Can you have a domain name before you register your business?
You can. Your domain name doesn't have to be the same as your business name.
Okay.
But it's easier if it is.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of times I like to book the domain name first if I know that I'm creating a nonprofit. I like to book it ahead of time so that no one takes it. That makes sense. Thanks.
So when we find one that's not taken, we just email it to you?
Yeah, put it into that note, and then at the end of the session, just make sure you guys email it to us.
Okay.
And then we will review and follow up with you one-on-one.
Okay.
Is there any questions in terms of what we're doing right now? So right now, we're just looking for your domain name, see if it's available. And then if you guys feel like you need more time to think about what you want to use for the domain name, that's fine. We can just try to see if you can get it to us this week so we can set up the website for you. Correct. So we'll once we have the domain name, we'll set up the hosting WordPress for you as well. So the next step will be looking for a template, right? So whatever type of business you have, there's different categories of templates that you can choose. And from these templates here, we can customize it. We can pretty much fully customize it to the way you like it in terms of color, layout, and stuff like that. But the purpose of these templates is really to already have a pre-layout set up so that it's easier for you to look at, to test it out, and if you like it, then you just do the basic stuff where you just have to change the logo, the content, add your own content, add your own images, and use that same template. So Let me know if anyone has any questions with the domain name. If not, we can proceed. Yep, and Jane mentioned, he posted a list of the different domain TLDs, top level. .com is commercial, .org organization, .net will be network, .gov, .edu, vice versa.
What would be appropriate to use for a consultant?
A .com would be good.
Okay.
Mhm. Like I've used .us in the past. And again, there's different strategies in terms of getting domain names. A lot of times people like it to be unique so they can build their own brand. And sometimes the other strategy is for SEO purposes, so that they can get a name that people are commonly searching for. And, when people search for that, you'll have a better chance of ranking on Google. And sometimes people type it in, you can get automatic traffic from that, right? For example, like, let's just say law firm, right? Lawfirm.com. If people type that in, people are always searching for that information, so they can just type that in and access your website through that common keyword. And that common keyword could have thousands of searches per month, so that's why a lot of people like to be strategic in terms of getting domain names, so that sometimes they can get people searching for that particular domain name without even knowing that it exists. So the hosting setup, we will wait on that until we get all the information, but the next step is let's browse the different templates that you guys may like. So let's go to the website that I use is monster1.com. So if you open up your browser, or if you want to follow along, it will be monster1.com. And then you go and then click on WordPress themes. If you are selling products, then you will want to choose WooCommerce themes. So let's start with WordPress theme first. And then if you look on the left side here, there are categories, topics, under topics. If you are in IT business, then you probably want to browse IT templates. If you are a business, you may check business templates. And it doesn't mean that you can't use any other topics, but a lot of these templates are built around these topics here. So if you're a nonprofit, they have templates for nonprofit. I think so. For example, let's just say if you're a consultant, right? You may, since it's not on the list, you can actually just search for it. So let's just do consultant. So you just type in consulting on the search, click search, and it will bring up all the related templates that are needed for consulting business.
Mm-hmm. And because these are templates, you could go in there and modify them a little bit, right?
Correct. Yeah. Correct. So we'll have the source code. So they're 100% customizable.
Mm-hmm.
But I recommend choosing something where you will like. So if you, let's say if I highlight a template, this one, if I want to see how it works, there's a live demo, click on live demo. And then it actually has a live demo where you can kind of see how it works. You can navigate the website, the different tabs. And if this is something that you like, then you can copy the URL here and also copy the details from it. So let's say if you, so there's a live demo, there's the details here. So I would need the live demo link and the details here. So the details will tell me this is the template that you want. And I can go in and download it and I can set this up for you.
Can you change what the domain name? I know that you if you change it, then you would have to buy it again. But with the template, can you change that around every so often if you wanted to?
Yeah, so you're saying if you choose two different domain names and you decide to just, hey, I want to use the different domain names for my website now, right?
Or
Yes,
if you
then
just or if you just wanted to update your template every few months or every years or something like that, can you do that?
Yes. Yeah, so this template here, you will have access to it. We can help you update it as well. So I would just copy. So when you go to this template, if you like this template, copy the link at the top of the web browser. So copy that, paste it into your Word document or your notepad, that this is the template that you like. And then we can go and set this template up for you. But we'll confirm it with you first before we set this up. So again, if anyone has any questions, there's a live demo where you can actually play around with the templates, see how they all work. And we'll review it too, because some templates here, most of these are all new, but if there's old ones where it's not mobile friendly, we'll let you know to choose another one, but most of these are pretty good. They are all responsive on different devices, whether you're using Mac, Windows, mobile phone, iPad, or tablets. They should be responsive to adjust to that screen size. So again, just play around with it. If you don't see what you like in the topics here, you can search for it at the top in terms of what your business is. So this is more for like professional services, right? If you're looking to sell e-commerce, so let's go to WooCommerce themes. Now with the WooCommerce themes, it doesn't really matter. It does have topics too, but if you choose a fashion template and you want to add electronics, it doesn't really matter. These are just really the different themes and topics that they have. So let's say if you're doing fashion, look at the WooCommerce theme for fashion, and these are all like the products for fashion. If you want to look at the demo of how it works. So this is the fashion template. Let's say I shop now. Yeah, so if you click on a product, choose color, size, you can add to cart. Let's see if the add to cart works. Okay, so you gotta choose the color, the size, then you can click add to cart. You can view your cart to see how the checkout process is like. Update cart, proceed to checkout. So there's different steps. There will be some platforms where everything is all on the one page where you don't have to click too many pages to get to the checkout page. So here you put in your billing information. You can place your order. So this is a one-page checkout. And right now the payment, they just have check payments and cash on delivery. But of course, if you set up a e-commerce, you'll need a payment processing app. You know, a lot of people, they use like authorize.net. There's Stripe. There's so many different payment processing gateways. So whichever you have, there should be a plugin to integrate into your payment systems. Just like PayPal, right? If you're using PayPal, there's a plugin for that too. We'll just have to check because some of the plugins are free and some are not free. There may be like a small fee to use a certain payment processing. But basically, if you have that information, we can just help you add in the information so that you can process orders. And if domain name is taken and I purchased it, is that eligible for reimbursement of the program? So if your domain name is already taken, we can renew it for like another year if you like. So meaning that you already have a domain name, right? Domain name is taken.
It's not that.
Yeah, I would say look for a new domain. It's like look for something different, either a different extension or try to look for a different name or maybe add on a keyword to the domain name. But at the same time, make sure that your domain name is not too long. I'd say keep it under 2 words at most, because the longer it is, the harder it is for people to remember.
Right. So sometimes when I go on GoDaddy and put the domain name that I like, as you said, there are people that just purchase these and resell them.
Mhm.
If I was to buy the one I like for my business from them, would that be eligible for reimbursement, I guess?
Yeah, we'll have to look into that.
Okay.
For the investment in terms of if it applies to buying domain name. I think it should because it's part of the business technology as well.
Okay. Sounds good.
They're selling for thousands. Yeah, you just have to see how much they're selling it for.
It's $70.
Okay. Now the reimbursement, Steve, can they have like a list of things? Or can it just be one particular thing for the reimbursement? So someone has like 10 different things like for a computer and software, can they still add that all into equal? I mean, we'll reimburse our fees. Right, if they want to maximize it, they can. Yeah, but it was like That's, and so I don't think it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as long as it's under $1,500. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys heard that, but if you had like a list of items that you buy, whether it's hardware, software, can be multiple items as long as we can only the state can only, well, the county can only cover up to $1,500, 75% of it. So it doesn't have to just be one particular item or product. Any other questions with the templates? Some templates, yeah, again, they could don't rush if you're not sure which template you like. You know, it's kind of as long as you know the website and how to browse these templates. If you feel like you need more time to look through it, go for it and make sure you choose a template that you like. Is there a list of legible items? We don't have a list, but as long as it's business related. Hardware and software, then that covers it. And we don't cover like for the monthly. I know there are some subscriptions, some people ask about subscription models. We only cover that one-time payment. So we want to be able to cover like a year of like multiple subscription, right? Like they said they want, unless it's like an annual purchase, one-time purchase, but if it's like a monthly payment, then we want to be able to cover that. But if it's like a one-time purchase, whether it's 1 month or like an annual purchase, then subscription, then we can cover that, but it would be monthly.
Yeah, like, you know, like hosting $5, right? That's for a year.
Yeah. Then you can just, yeah. So just to clarify that, yeah, if it's like a subscription, you know, make sure it's like an annual purchase versus like a monthly purchase. Because when we submit for the application grant here, they only cover what's on the application. So they want to be able to do like a monthly payment. What would be considered software? So for example, if you decide to get a year of subscription for QuickBooks, right? That will be considered like a software application. Yeah. Hardware can be a laptop, iPad, yeah, printer, computer screen, stuff like that. You know, like some people use like, for example, like I use Canva. I have like a subscription on that. That's more like graphic design stuff. Adobe Suite, I have that as well. So that's considered business related as well. Would a cell phone count to take photos? I think it should, right? If they use it for business purposes, that should cover too. Business purposes for business phone and to take photos for business photos and stuff like that for the website. But we will confirm it as well. Once it's in the application, we will have someone to review it and then also let you know if it covers, right?
And I think the phone itself will be fine. Sure about the 6.
Yeah. Yeah, so the phone itself, but just probably not the service fee, the monthly service fee probably won't cover yet. Yeah, so, yeah, so if you're not sure of something, let us know first. We can confirm that with the county before you purchase it. Because we don't want you to purchase it and be like, hey, reimbursement doesn't cover. So yeah, technology, business related.
No, for your business. Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be business technology stuff, yeah. Okay.
Hey, Jad, back to the
Yes.
template. Back
Yeah.
to the template. If I choose a template and we had it all worked out, finalized and everything, and it goes live, and I decide that it's not what I'm looking for in terms of, you know, the template itself or the colors, the contrast, can we go back and how does that work? Can you delete that and modify and use a different template, or how does that work?
We normally only cover one template after we customize it because then it takes time and work to develop the customization. But if it's just something where you want to change color or move things around, we can still customize it. So I recommend just choosing a template that you like, because in the whole process, we would have to download the template, install it, and then we'll have developers to go in there and actually make the updates, right? So, so that would be kind of starting over. But yeah, just see if you can, try your best to choose the best template for you, and then we can still customize it the way you like it as well.
Sure, that's why you said take your time to take a look at one that you like, right? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so the decision that doesn't have to be made tonight. I mean, we have another 7 weeks to work through this too. So if you need another week or so, that's fine. you see, the first year of hosting is free, yes. So after that, we can work out something, but normally it's $5 a month to host through our business server here. And a lot of other servers, and we'll help kind of maintain the website too. A lot of server they charge a hosting fee, but they don't provide that support. So it's like you have to pay for that support too. So that would be an option where you can decide. If you decide to move the website to a different hosting, we'll help assist with that too. And we'll work with your other hosting company or technology person to transfer the website over as well. But yeah, this is a really good deal that you guys are getting here for the website. If you were to go to your agency, you know, they'll probably charge you a couple $1,000 just to create like a website like this. So yeah, definitely take advantage of these website.
Is that $5 a month or is that a year?
A month, yeah. So you can kind of calculate per year. So. Oh, you can, like I said, that's something we can work out. Okay, any other questions with the templates?
No, I have a question about the help, like the one-on-one help though. When we want the one-on-one help, how do we set that appointment with you? You'll just email us?
Yes, so in the email you have my contact information and Jane's contact. So just reach out to one of us. Or even the email that I sent you. We both checked that email, so so you can contact us through there as well. And at the end of the slide here, we have all the contact information too.
Okay.
Yeah, email, phone number here. So if you want to give me a call, feel free to call or email us.
Thank you.
And Zoo at All right, so let's continue to move on. I know it's a little past 7. If anyone needs a break, let us know as well. So that's all part of the website segment. It's kind of like your business plan. So now we will have your domain name that you pick, the different WordPress template that you choose, and we will know what your objectives and goals are. We will know what your categories are, and that will allow us to create the website for you. Because when you create the website has different tabs, and we'll know which tab to delete, which tab to keep. And if you have any questions on anything like related to structure or choosing templates, feel free to reach out to us too. Offline is fine. So now we have all that information. We have about 40 minutes left, or 30 minutes, I'd say, Q&A and everything. We'll kind of show you again how to generate content. So if you're not a good writer and you don't have someone to write content for you, definitely utilize AI. So I will open up the Chat GPT again. Also, I would highly recommend, if you haven't been using Chat GPT, test that out. I don't know if anyone has anything to add on to the chat, I can use you as an example to create some content for you. Does anyone want to volunteer to post their goals and objectives? I mean, you can basically cut and paste into the chat room and I can take it and see what we can generate for that. If not, then I can just use like a example or let's see. Okay, great. So we got Kayla telling us the girls have online portfolios, want to sell products and take customers. So Kayla, what type of products do you plan to sell online?
I currently sell handmade items out of polymer clay, like jewelry and magnets, charms, trinkets, stuff like that.
Okay, so this is all from polymer clay.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna. Okay, so let's ask Chat GPT. Website content for the online e-commerce store that sells handmade polymer clay. And you said was jewelries. Yeah, so jewelries. Polymer clay. So basically, I'm just asking ChatGPT to create a content for online e-commerce store, right? That sells handmade polymer clay jewelry. So this is kind of like the strategy that it will generate. And I recommend, and if you don't have ChatGPT 4, this is a subscription that I have. Reach out to me, I can copy this and email to you. So this would be like a good starting point for you to have. And basically you can just add on to what it generates. So it's telling us that you need customer reviews, you need shops section, whether it's trinkets, earrings, necklace, bracelets, rings. You'll need about us. The homepage, it has content for you already. Welcome to the premier destination for exquisite handmade polymer clay jewelry. And then it goes on and on to talk about a little bit about the section here. You can go in and add your own information to, for example, if you do it from home, or if you have a local storefront, you can add your business, you can add the city. You may want to have a banner to display these jewelries, polymer clay jewelries. The prompt that I use, basically I just was below. If I don't know if Emma, did you see the prompt that I typed in? Okay. Yeah, so basically it's just talking to you like a person, like you just have to. Yeah, so the more detail you are, the better content it can create. If I just did you know, jewelry like a jewelry store, e-commerce store, it wouldn't give me polymer clay as a keyword. So you want to be as detailed as possible. Difference between ChatGPT 3 and 4. So 4 is a lot more powerful. 3, I wouldn't use anymore, but I would just recommend using 4. 4 is the most up to date and has all the different add-ons to it. And it has a lot better response and information and resource that comes along with it. So you may need a Q&A section as well. Frequently asked questions. Contact us, footer, we may need social media links, newsletters, sign up. So basically you have like your business plan, website plan, all from ChatGPT. And if you needed more information, you can also ask ChatGPT to generate more information on like a particular item. So let's say necklaces, right? I could just say, I could just ask ChatGPT create me a web page content for, let's say polymer clay necklaces, right? So let's say this isn't enough content, right, for your necklace, because you probably need a page for that too. So if I want to elaborate more on a particular product page, ChatGPT will, so it's suggesting this template here, have a name banner, have a introduction about polymer clay, feature collection, where it provides content. It's asking for an image. So right now it says placeholder for necklace image. So that's where you'll post the image. Care instructions, why choose polymer clay necklaces. And then if you wanted to write more like a blog article content, this would be different as well. So since I asked ChatGPT to generate web page content, this is the suggestion for it, what it generated. And then if you needed some images, for example, let's say you don't have any image, like to use DALL-E, which is also made by OpenAI, the company that makes ChatGPT. So DALL-E E3. If I have an account here already or not. It looks like it's telling me. Let's see if I can generate it. Let's see. So let's generate image for polymer clay necklaces. Let's just tell me to generate that. But anyways, I like to use Bing AI for their image generator. It seems to be more accurate too. So if you're looking for that, just type in Bing AI image creator. And you can also use the Bing AI system to generate content too, but I find that ChatGPT has better information. So I will ask Bing
Are
to
these
create.
for the Bing AI image, are these unique to if we select them?
Meaning like copyright, or if they can be
Yes.
unique to you. Yeah, so these
Yes.
these are non-copyrighted images where you can use because it's AI driven generated too.
Mhm.
So you can easily post on a website. You can download these images as well. You can save it, customize it. So if you need information or images, you can use the image creator with AI to generate images for you versus searching on Google.
Sure. And then
Using
are they
copyright.
unique? Sorry, are they unique to us?
Yes, well, then there's no copyright
Mhm.
for the images. So yeah, you can make it unique to you. You can use it for commercial purposes if you like.
Okay.
But you don't have to have, like, say for instance, my clothing. I don't have to have the same type of clothing design on my website, like the pictures, as the clothing that I'm selling.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, so you wouldn't want to post pictures that you don't sell, but this is just an example. So if I need a generic photo to post on certain images, I'm just kind of showing you guys how to use it.
Okay.
So to get here, I went to Bing. I just searched. I just typed in Bing AI image creator. And it will come up here, image creator from Microsoft Bing. And if you're not sure if you can use these images, you can always ask AI. So let's say if I'm not sure if I can use Bing AI image, there's AI generator free for commercial use. So yeah, so Bing says yes, the Bing AI image creator is free to use for commercial purposes. It is AI powered tool that generates images based on your text, creates images from words in AI. So that any questions you have, just ask AI as well. And Bing AI is powered by DALL-E E3, but I noticed that the image is a lot more powerful than if I was to just use DALL-E E3. Because I did a test where I would type in the same exact script, right? And then I use that same prompt for DALL-E E3, and they had two different images, and the images here were a lot more accurate and a lot better. I'm sure I can't log into DALL-E E3 and see.
You're saying Bing was more accurate than
Yeah. I think there is a two. Yeah, so I think only Bing, the 3 version, Bing has it first. But if I was to do, let's say I did DALL-E 2, right? Version 2, generate image for polymer clay necklaces. The image here would, the quality and the image description, or I guess it's not as accurate as what Bing would generate, is what I'm trying to say. So let's give it a minute here. Steven had good suggestions, not protected by copyright laws. Yeah, So you could have an instance where multiple people can be using same AI generated images. So that's why it's good to be as detailed as possible so you can be unique. And I can put the link for the Bing image creator as well in the chat here. I believe it's just create. Bing/create. So here's the link to the Bing image creator. And this is free to use as well. So let's go back to DALL-E 2. Let's do any questions so far? Could I copy the same thing earlier? The necklace, the necklace. The other site, so the Bing site I gave you guys, this one is DALL-E 2, but it's not as powerful as the one I showed you in Bing because Bing is using version 3. So it's OpenAI. I can copy this. And if you search for image generator, I would test out the other AI applications too. So if you go on Google or something, just search AI image generator, right? And there's a lot of them that you can use as well that may be free. So I would test out the ones that are listed on their Google here as well and see which one generates the best image for you. Because what I found is that certain AI image generators will generate better image depending on what you ask for the image, right? So one application can generate something that you like versus the other one may be a little off. So I would test out a couple of them just to see which one generates the best image for you. So sometimes one can be better than the other. So ChatGPT is version 4. I would do ChatGPT 4 would be the best version to use. And I believe it's free to use as well, but you can only ask a certain amount of requests. you may be limited to generating a lot of X number of content per day. So this is the ChatGPT 4. You can also ask that same questions for Bing as well. And there's other AI chat bot that you can use as well. So if you search on Google, just AI chat bot. You can kind of look through the list here and just see which one is free that you can use. But I've been just kind of using ChatGPT just because I feel that it works better for me. Yeah, because there's so many different AI tools out there now. You just really have to find the best one that works for you. So now I showed you a little bit about how to create content, and then also how to create images. Yeah, so ChatGPT 4 is a monthly fee of $20 a month. If you use it often, then it's worth it. If not, you can use the free version. And if you are doing any type of, for example, if you need to write some type of legal form, you can also ask ChatGPT as well. There's other legal websites that can generate you, like for example, their privacy page, right, where you tell customers how you use the information. So all the e-commerce will have that type of, will have like a privacy policy, right, on how they use your information, if they sell it or not. So let's just say we go to, for example, let's say we go to Nike.com. In terms of news, you probably need. So underneath here will tell you how they use that's like terms of sale, terms of use, privacy policy. So this is something you will need as well on your website. If you sell items or anything that you've captured people's information, right, you'll need some type of privacy policy to protect yourself and the user. So it tells that the personal information Nike collects and possesses when you interact with us as a customer, including interaction with websites. So it tells you what Nike will do with your information. Personal information that we collect. So this is all important to cover yourself, so that no one sues you for whatever reason. Just make sure that you have these security measures or this privacy policy in place for your website too. And if you're not sure how to generate this, again, AI can be your best friend. I can just go to ChatGPT and be like, generate privacy policy for selling. Let's just use the same example, selling polymer jewels. So then ChatGPT can even generate you a privacy policy for you, and you just kind of fill in the blanks. And this is to protect you and the user as well, how you use their information. A lot of times, if your website, you have to be transparent about the cookies now. That's why when you land on the page, it's asking you, do you accept cookies? And cookies are, if you don't know what that is, it's food that you eat. I'm just playing, but it's actually files that will memorize, capture your browser information as well. And that's how they cross advertise and remarket you. So you know, you're probably wondering how does, you know, you land on Facebook, how does, you know, and you go shopping and Nike, then you start seeing Nike products on Facebook. How do they know who you are, right? So a lot of time it's through cookies, it's through this information. They capture your personal information through your browser information, and then they cross-sell and remarket to you through different channels.
When you say start filling it in yourself, what do you mean fill it in?
So if you look up here, it just says at your business name accessible to your website URL. So just when you see these prints, that just means put in your business name, put in your website URL, because it's going to generate your generic privacy policy for your business.
Okay.
And if you want to know more about like this type of information, you can also ask ChatGPT as well. Let's say what type of terms of use. E-commerce website. So it's generating information. So yeah, think of AI as your new best friend. Like I don't have to call a lawyer now to ask for this information. I could just get some of this information. But you know, if you have something more legal information, then yeah, you still have to let it like lawyer review it. But if it's just information like this, then you can just use AI to help you. So intellectual property, returns and refunds, privacy policy. So yeah, this is really good. So it, you know, it tells you that you need acceptance of term, descriptions of service, user accounts, privacy policy. So all these, if you sell products online, e-commerce, this is something that you will all need. Because you will run into these type of issues. Someone's going to want refund, dispute, and you want to make sure that, hey, this is on a website, so you know, you want to protect yourself.
Can you actually copy and paste the private policy or any of that law stuff right onto your own page?
Yep. So right here, there's a clipboard here. You just copy that and paste it to your Word doc or something.
Okay.
Yeah. So once it generates that information, you just copy that clipboard.
Okay, but the content that the AI generate is pretty accurate then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say it's very close to. I'd say, you know, it's almost, I wouldn't say 100% accurate, but it's very accurate.
Okay.
I think I post information. Yeah, just kind of review it yourself as well. I know there's before when ChatGPT came out, there was some controversial information that was not accurate sources that it came from. But I think with the 4, it's, you know, more accurate. So, but like I said, just make sure you review it, make sure it's good. All right, so we have like less than 10 minutes here. Any other questions? In terms of setting up your website. So this session here is really to you know, be interactive, get you all involved, and just start creating the website for yourself. Versus us just going through slides and teaching you. We want to make sure that you are involved and also working this whole process as well. Yep. So the next step for your homework is to make sure you email us your website plan. Again, you should have information on what your domain name is that you would like us to set up, what website template you would like. your content, your goals and objectives, your categories, subcategories, if any, for your website structure. And then that should give us enough information to set up the website for you. So we should have everyone's information here. So once you send over your website game plan, we will review it, get back to you. If you have any questions, we'll set up some one-on-one time and work with you. Again, you can email us at communications@aabrn.org. And if you have any questions, we'll have the slide and video posted on our website as well, aabrn.org. Any questions, reach out to one of us here, contact us, and we will help guide you.
Can I, because I have my goals and objectives, I have part of it in here, but I have it in my other notes, all the right objectives. Can I get that to you tomorrow? Do I have to get that to you tonight?
Oh yeah, that's fine. I'd say within a week, because we
cool.
still have, we still have a lot of time here. We have until December 13th as the last day where we'll teach the class. So I'd say try to get it to us sometime next week.
Sure.
The next cohort here will be on WordPress web development. So a lot of times, so if we can get the website set up, then we can kind of work with you on how to set up the WordPress, how to update your WordPress as well. So again, you don't need to be a coder. You don't need to have any background or anything, but it's good to know and have this type of knowledge so that if you do hire someone later on, you know how to, you know how the website works. If you need to make quick updates on your website, you know how to get and learn how to make updates on these content management systems. So week 4 will be WordPress. Week 4 to week 6 will be on WordPress web development, and we'll be working with basic WordPress like professional services, and even on the WooCommerce, so e-commerce for WordPress as well. Week 7 and 8 will be Shopify, and then week 9 and 10 will be hands-on hybrid workshop where we'll make sure that we get everything done, get your website up and running by then. Any questions? And if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to us offline as well. So yeah, don't hesitate to ask questions. We're here to help you. So. About 9 minutes. Any other questions? Anything else that you would like to see? Or you guys have some homework, so we will be waiting for those emails, and I believe there are some people that couldn't make it for today's session too, so I will update them on the PowerPoint slide and what they need to do, send to us as well. All right, if there's no further questions, we will conclude our session for tonight. Thank you again for joining us. Hopefully this is helpful for you all. Look forward to seeing you all again next week. Good night, everyone.
Appreciate you. Thank you. Good night.